Good morning friends. Today's topic is architecture of alveolar bone. We will be discussing morphologically descriptive terms. That means how alveolar bone looks like when we expose it surgically or when we see it on skull. These are based on relative positions of interdental bone as well as radicular bone. Means the relative levels of interdental bone and radicular bone will decide the nomenclature. First of all, I will be discussing ideal architecture. Osseous form is said to be ideal when the interproximal bone, if we see, this is the interproximal bone, this one, and this is the radicular bone. So when the interproximal bone is consistently higher or more coronal than the bone on the facial or the lingual radicular surfaces. There is a gradual curved slope between the interdental peaks around and away from the tooth surfaces. So that means if we talk about ideal architecture, it gives us a scalloped appearance. There is a gradual scalloping. See the anterior area where we have more scalloping because teeth are tapered, they are narrower, and in the molars we are seeing slightly less tapered alveolar architecture. So this is the ideal architecture. See here there is interradicular bone, so slightly you can see a peak here. Positive architecture means that interdental bone is coronal to the radicular bone, right? That means radicular bone is apical to the interdental bone, but there is not gradual scalloping. It is less than ideal. So positive architecture of the bone is when this interdental bone is at a coronal position as compared to the radicular bone. Flat architecture is when interdental bone and the radicular bone all are at the same level, at the same height. This is known as flat architecture. If we talk about negative or reverse architecture of bone, that means interdental bone is at an apical position as compared to the radicular bone. This is the negative architecture. There are certain factors which affect the architecture of bone. We have already discussed the tooth type, like anterior they will have more scallop and molars will have slightly flat architecture. Teeth in labio version will have more pronounced scalloping. Tooth shape we have already discussed, tapered versus wide. If we have prominent roots, then the scalloping will be more pronounced. And if we talk about embrasure width, then wider the embrasures, more flattened the interdental bone. The scalloping or the gradual rise will be less steep. It will be slightly flattened interdental bone. And one more important factor is that position of bony margin mostly follows the cemento-enamel junction. If we talk about viva question in this topic, reverse architecture is usually asked. It is seen in food impaction cases and also when the bone loss starts. Mostly the plaque accumulation occurs in interdental areas and there the bone loss starts earlier. So reverse architecture is seen. Distance between cemento-enamel junction and alveolar crest in health is approximately 2 mm. And this is to accommodate supracrestal tissues. And in the health we call it as biological width also. Thank you. Now if you have any doubts, please put it in the comment box.